boys. That's just one peg. All right, so the boys are back in town. Anybody ever heard that song?
I think everyone has heard that song.
The boys back in town, and Butcher's up to his old tricks, old shenanigans. Anyway,
Pointed acts of chaos, yes.
the boys are back in town. This is season 2. They released 3 episodes. 3 episodes of The Boys season 2. Now, like I said, we're both big fans of season 1. And the whole show is basically superheroes. This is about what if superheroes was real and what if they went unchecked. And how would it be if people just had superpowers? You know what I'm saying? Would it be like it is in comics? And hell no.
No, not even a little bit. You know, it's kind of like there's always been that, idea that, what's the quote? If you want to see the measure of a man, see how he handles power, Mm-hmm. And so it's like, maybe don't give him too much because most people can't handle a lot of power. You give people opportunity and they take it as far as they can before someone knocks them back into place. And the whole premise of this world is, oh no, we ain't knocking anybody back into place.
Yeah. So we got all our favorite characters. We got Homelander, played by, I think his name, Anthony Starr. Billy Butcher, played by
Carl
Urban. Oh, and then what's his name? The weak dude?
Huey.
Huey, that's Dennis Quaid's son.
Really?
Yeah, Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan, that's their son. I didn't even know. But Huey, I forget his Mr. Quaid. I forgot his first name. But anyway, so it's your main character. You got Frenchie, Mother's Milk, and what's the little
Starlight?
No, the little Asian.
Oh,
what's her?
Kimiko.
Kimiko?
Yeah.
Okay, so
the female.
The whole group is back or whatever. The boys. So as you know, in season 1, Homelander found out that he had a son by Billy Butcher's wife. And that was the whole reason why Billy Butcher was on the terror, because he thought that he killed his wife. And then at the end...
Like, how much worse does that make it? It's like, dude, I didn't kill your wife. I just raped her, and now I've got a kid with her. And I've got them both stashed in Oklahoma.
And I'm keeping them pretty much hostage.
So, hey, it's cool. They're still alive. So, bye now.
Right, he just gave him more of a reason to destroy. Which, they're going to show exactly what happened after that, because it's in between episode that's going to come out later.
Okay.
Where you find out, like, where you been at. They're going to find out where Billy Butcher been at. How he got away from Homelander after that, and where he been at or whatever. That's what that extra is going to be, which is going to seem kind of cool. So the boys they don't have superpowers, but they all got problems with superheroes. So they put together a team to take down superheroes.
Right.
None of them got powers though.
Well, Kimiko does.
Okay, yeah, but what makes the show to me is for real the superheroes though. Homelander is something else, man.
Man, like, cause you know who he kind of reminds me of is like an evil version of Superior from The Tick.
No, like, I was just gonna say evil version of Superman, but he's basically a parody of Superman. They're all parodies of heroes.
Or am I thinking like because Marvel has a Superman clone who's a bad guy who's kind of
an
egomaniac,
right? But they all parodies of basically superheroes.
But like I think what makes this so different is like everyone's seen like this is the evil version of this guy, this is the evil version of this guy, but it's like to have that, it's like but everyone thinks they're the greatest guy on the world.
Well, that's part of the show where they use like marketing. They pretty much like athletes, and they use marketing to make them look like good people, but they are all pieces of shit, pretty much.
Yeah, like
like for real celebrities.
Like the best of them is still a shill.
Yeah, so I mean, narratively, they got a group called the Seven, which is pretty much like the Justice League, and they are trying to stop. No, they trying to catch the boys because they're technically terrorists now, or whatever. And they on the run. That's that's the funny part. The part you saw though where they was riding the boat and they went inside a whale because they got a parody of Aquaman that was riding a whale.
The Deep,
and
he looks so like intentionally heroic in that scene. He's like,
well, he's standing on top of the wheel like, of course they'll stop.
You thought,
yeah, but anyway, I think what really makes the show for me though is Homelander, because there wasn't too much action in these 3 episodes, but it was all about the aftermath of the first season and what's going to happen with Homelander and the VOT. That's a big plot. Carlos Esposito is pretty much he's Gus. He's Gus without the accent. That's it. They killing me, man.
That's how he gets jobs now, man. Like,
I know. I mean, he's basically a sociopath that only cares about his
he doesn't even have
bottom line.
He doesn't even have it in him to be afraid of people who both want and can kill him.
That's what killed me. So I felt this whole tension between them two, and I felt like, what leverage do he have on Homelander to talk to him like, you know, to keep him in line?
That's the thing I keep trying to figure out. Like,
well, I thought he was going to hit him with something.
Yeah,
you know, I thought he was going to be like, yeah, you think you're indestructible, but I got your off button. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They never they really didn't go there. It's still room. It's still time for that.
And I think what makes it is like Homelander still wants to be in charge of the 7, and he
he is, but they doing stuff behind his back. But the thing is, when he confronts them, and he pretty much low key threatens everybody.
Yeah,
like, I could kill you.
The only person who
like
clapped
that
back was Mr. Edgar, Carlos Esposito. You know,
right, and then it's like
Giancarlo, excuse me.
Right, and then I'm like, well, what's stopping Homelander for just killing you?
You know, and he's
done it.
Yeah, and it's so weird because like everybody else who's come back against him is dead now.
Right. So I'm thinking like, for him to act so cocky, he got something up his sleeve or whatever.
I don't know if that's something that they're going to like show like, no, he had this the whole time, or if they're just using this to showcase how weak Homelander's, you know, ego actually is, where like anyone who can present themselves as being bad enough. He
just kind of backed down now, but I feel like if you don't think of something to get him under control, he's going to take over this company.
Because one of the things they did lay out in the first season was he is a man child. You know.
Oh, is he? He got a thing with milk.
Yeah.
Where this
I've never been so uncomfortable.
They go with the man child. I know they go with the man child a little, like way too much, but it's kind of from the comics, I guess. And he got a thing for milk where he wants to be breastfed or something so bad that he warms his milk up, and it turns him on to drink warm milk because it feels like he getting like drinking breast milk.
I'm still seeing.
It's bad.
Like I can still see him drinking the milk. Just
he licking the damn. The thing before he drank. Like, this guy. Yeah, like, he got a thing.
He at the very least had a bottle of what's her name's breast milk left.
Yeah. So anyway, he's got he's really.
Thank God A-Train is just a drug addict.
He's really dangerous, and and that when they try to bring in he got a PR agent, and I feel sorry for her because she thought, like everybody think he's a good guy, and then they quickly find out he an a-hole, but she trapped in the middle where the company make her do her job, and when she do something that he don't like, he threatens to kill her, like suddenly threatens to kill her, like, you're not going to do that without my consent, right?
The way he,
and his eyes aglow or something.
The way he rejected one of her first ideas as his PR person was messy.
Right. And I feel so bad for her now because I feel like you never know when she's going to get it.
Yeah. It's like, all right, sweetie, don't ever do that again.
Right.
Don't forget what I can do to you.
She's one I'm mad from getting her head knocked off.
Yeah. And it won't even have to be her fault. She'll just have to be standing there.
Right, I know. So I feel bad for her. At Homefront,
I don't, but that's because her character.
Homefront. Homelander is just he's
Her
a
character's kind
dick.
of a
He's
horrible person, too,
right, he's who said what?
Her the
Stormfront. Yeah, you know why I said that because I was thinking about
the PR
it
chick.
next.
The PR chick. She's kind of a horrible person too.
She just doing her job.
Yeah, but
A PR
she
person
has her job because she's a horrible person.
Well, no,
Like,
no. She just think about the numbers and the bottom line.
No, she's been coached on how horrible all of them actually are. It's like, okay, this one's gonna be snorting coke every now and again. You're gonna have to be able to hide that. You know,
I feel like she's
not
put
a PR
in
person.
this
You know what
situation, and
she's
she's doing the best she can.
She's not a PR person. She's a fixer.
But she get blamed for things.
Yeah, but
Because when stuff was happening without Homelander knowing, and he got mad at her, and I thought, and she didn't even know she was shitting bricks because she thought, oh God, this dude gonna kill me. Let me find out what's going on.
Like
she got put in the middle of this.
I'm not saying she deserves to be in that position. I'm just saying I don't feel bad.
Okay,
for her.
all right, got you. Noted. But let's talk about Stormfront. This is the new character. So originally in the comics, it's a male, but they switched to a female, and she's a millennium, and she's one of those millenniums that would disrespect anybody older than her by calling them old grandpa. You ain't with the times, or whatever. And she starts off like millennials do on social media. The first time you see her, she's on social media,
like and completely ruining everything that they have set up. It's like they shooting a commercial, and it's supposed to be like in an active military zone.
Yeah,
and she's over here live tweeting the whole thing. It's not. It's just a set, guys. Look, there's such and such. Hey, it's such and such.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like she is absolutely 100% a millennial.
Yeah, I don't know who played. I forget her real name, but I actually liked her.
Yeah.
At first.
Yeah.
They do a 180 on this character. They make it seem like she's one of them characters that just call people out for who they are.
Like, because she comes in, it's like, oh, finally, someone who's not fake.
Right, not fake. Call people out, tell the truth, and don't care what people think.
Yeah.
So I like those characters, especially considering we're dealing with all these fake people and all this, all this what's the word I'm looking for? Where people, PR people got to do,
know.
right? All these fake people where they got to pretend for the camera and shit.
Yeah.
All that. So she like real, and then she do a 180, big time.
Yeah,
and become a horrible person. One of the people, and I ain't gonna say what she do or
like
she just. I'm like, okay, this person's so unlikable.
It's like she's not just kind of bad; she is absolutely horrid.
Yeah,
like she's up there with Homelander.
Yeah, she is, and I think this is kind of the show where they're going to have a rivalry. I feel like, because honestly, we see changing of the guard here. She say today, everybody want to talk to her, not Homelander. Homelander's getting pissed as it's happening. He's getting pissed. He get that little look on his face that, oh shit, something about to happen.
Like there's a bit there when she introduces herself to him, and if you look at the feed from her live tweet. There's some folks that are watching it and knows like, oh man, dude is bugging.
Yeah. I didn't pay to the comments or whatever. They probably was.
Cause like I actually caught that on the trailer. Yeah. Like when you just see his face, oh, the new girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, and of course, guess who got in trouble for that? The PR lady. See what I'm talking about? I thought she was gonna get it right there. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Stormfront. She is. I like the addition of the character, but like I said, she's unlikable. But they make her look like she's something else until you see. Maybe they wait to the third episode to find out what she really is or whatever. The addition though is I can't wait to see what's going to happen with all that.
Yeah, and
then we could talk about. Starlight and Huey little relationship, because I had a problem with Huey. I'm gonna tell you how I felt about it. You tell me when you done. When I'm done. But I know Huey's been through traumatic stuff, and a lot of people were saying like, he's going through he got PTSD. He lost his girlfriend, but I'm looking like this. second season. You've been through this. It's time to get with what's going on. You got to keep moving. And a lot of people say they didn't like Billy Butcher. I'm like, I'm cool with Billy Butcher because Billy is a realist. This is, you can't keep crying, dude. Get your ass up.
Yeah.
It wouldn't get to a point where we're in the middle of war and you still crying about somebody who just got shot. No, you got to keep moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
And that's why I'm like, I'm not liking Huey because I feel like they didn't progress that character. He's still the way he was in episode 2 of season 1. After his girlfriend died, he was in shock. I understand it in the first season. Second season, I ain't saying get over it, but you got to keep moving.
Yeah.
You know, and he's stuck still, you know, in where he was at, you know, in season 1. So that's how I feel about Huey. How you feel about how they kind of handled him?
You know, one of my biggest problems with Huey is that he consistently showcases an inability to stick with the program.
Yeah.
You know, like if you say, okay, we gotta take the fight to these dudes and we gonna take them out. Okay, but you know this is war. Yeah,
Right.
I know it's war. I'm down. Fighting starts. Oh God! Did you just shoot that guy?
Well, yeah, I know. It's like, man, come on, Huey. You seen people die. You seen people head explode. You seen people die in front of you. Hell, you helped beat a villain. You know what I'm saying?
You blew a dude up, Huey.
Oh, and I was gonna talk about that translucent funeral. That was like so funny. But anyway, I'm just kind of Huey pissing me off because I understand the way he's feeling, but because of what's going on, I don't have time to sit there and cry with you.
Yeah.
We got to keep going.
And like every scene he's got in these first 3 episodes, barring like 2 or 3, is him either being catatonic or self-soothing or something. Like he's got.
He's just
2 scenes.
catatonic,
Yeah.
but you should be not over this, but you should not used to this, but you know what's going on. It's not new no more.
Nothing else, he should have moved into the phase of just being angry about everything.
Yeah, at least that. But no, he just, like you said, he get catatonic. He just, okay. Like when they was in that well, I don't want to leave. Don't touch me. You know, I'm like, man, look. And people was like, you know, Billy Butcher's an asshole. He's a shitty human being. He is.
Yeah.
But the person I want to roll with is damn sure Billy over Huey.
You know, and also like I remember watching a TV show one time, and one of the characters who like every time he's on scene, someone calls him an asshole, and like
I mean, he is.
but like the dude says something important that I think really, you know, goes to explain, you know, at least why Butcher's a part of this story is every team needs a designated asshole. You know,
True. I mean,
know,
but
when you get to that point where it's like there's no speeches left, there's no, you know, finding your inner courage. You need someone who just say, motherfucker, get up.
I know, because what they dealing with, you ain't got time.
Yeah.
You ain't got time to sit there and talk about your feelings. You got to just keep going,
You need someone
or
who's
you're
gonna-
dead.
Yeah, you need someone who can, 1, lay everything out in the way you don't want to hear it, but it'll get it through your head. And 2, if you ain't with the program, fine. Bye.
Yeah, so I just, you know, Huey started to get on my nerve. I think it's a little lack of development there on their character to me, because they do this on sequels, on season 2s. They did that a lot on the Marvel shows where they regress or they'll keep the character right where they at or take them back after they had a arc. They'll take them back to where they were, because that's the way people used to that character.
They did
you
that
know?
twice with Punisher.
Punisher, then they did it with what's her name, Jessica Jones. Like once you hit your arc and move past that, you got to go to the next chapter.
Yeah.
They keep taking these characters back to where they were, and it's like, why you have them get past their character arc? You know, don't take them back. Move them forward.
Because like just speaking on, you know, advancing a plot, building a good narrative, what you had to do is, okay, they fixed this problem. Well, maybe they overcorrected, or maybe they just got to the point where they have a different problem. So now this is what their character arc needs to solve. So like Huey went through being sad and catatonic, and in the first episode, he learned how to say, "All right, stuff needs to get done.
Right.
And I'm the guy that can do it. Let me go get some stuff
That's
done."
what I'm saying.
So
at this
maybe
point,
he
I thought
goes
he'd
too
be on
far,
a different
maybe.
level.
Yeah, like I would have expected he's starting to get a little too much like Butcher.
Yeah, right.
I would have wanted to see him go maybe in that direction, or maybe he lacks direction, so he's lashing out at
He
everything.
regressed back
just
to
regressed
exactly
all
the way he
back.
was when the show first started. Catatonic because he can't believe what's going on. You beyond that, dude.
Yeah.
And
Like even to the same bit of him like imagining going off and then not doing it.
yeah, and it's like, come on, dude. So other characters we got Starlight, which is, and it's kind of messed up. They kind of show where she got to go through when she's performing,
Yeah.
and where she got to just put on all. They are actors,
Yeah.
or they are celebrities.
Yeah.
And when they go out, they got to change. They even have Maeve have her regular clothes on, civilian clothes. I like that, and that's what celebrities do. They'll put on their bum clothes so they won't be seen or whatever.
It's weird. It's kind of like
TMZ will catch them though.
It's kind of like the way the Marvel stuff has been going. It's like, no, I get that you're not playing Captain America right now, but can you be Captain America for the next 10 minutes?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Homelander never take his outfit off.
No, because
at home, at work, he always got the super
like,
suit on.
We've seen Maeve in her civilian outfit. We've seen A-Train, when he's training or when he's just with his brother.
Right. A-Train just an athlete.
Yeah, A-Train is just an athlete, but Homelander is Homelander all the time.
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about A-Train because he's somewhat important to the plot where he's not sick.
He's sick.
Well, yeah, he lived, but he still has heart. He has a heart condition.
Yeah,
and he's trying to hide it. I don't know. His whole thing is. I do understand. Basically, he's holding some leverage on Starlight because he knew that she was working with the boys, but he really ain't got no stake in there. But the thing is, he don't want to lose his money. That's his whole motivation.
That's his whole motivation.
But then I understand he said one line. I'm glad they didn't beat him to the ground. He said one line. She was like, "Look, they got to come down. They're evil.
There are things more important than money."
And that's all. That's always said from people that always have money.
Yeah.
So basically,
I like that scene.
right? The A-Train was poor. He just something he don't never want to go back to that life.
Like
that's the feeling I got.
Because like they do kind of make it out in the first season when they have his episode. Being A-Train is the only thing he's got.
Right, and not that, and he's got to support his family.
His family has,
and that's why he had took the drug to get faster because he couldn't afford to lose that spot on the 7.
And like in that spot was like someone was coming for his spot too.
Right, as I said, the whole thing was if he would have lost that race, oh boy would have took his spot.
Yeah,
so. That's some depth there with A-Train. He just seemed like a loud athlete, but it is some depth to that character. I wish they would do a little more with it because he don't get that much screen time to begin with. But we'll see what they do with that.
Thank God he gets more screen time than Black Noir.
It's something with that. I know it's something I read. I found out in the comics. It's with Black Noir.
Yeah.
And I don't want it would be a huge spoiler if I threw that out.
So we'll just leave him as Bargain Bin Snake Eyes for now.
Yeah. But they put it out there that superheroes not born, they made.
Yeah.
And that changes everything.
The word is out, and so like you get to see some of the fallout there. So like you got folks who don't talk to their parents anymore because all that. Then you got them doing damage controls. Like we didn't know that we were,
None of them know. None of them did know. They all thought it was born like that.
The only ones that knew were, I guess A-Train knew to some extent, right?
He knew because he was taking it to get
faster.
Yeah, so he kept taking it after the fact.
Yeah,
but like nobody else knew.
Like you've got the
Pop Claw,
more like Pop Head. But like, so you got like the Deep who's gone through this horrific.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about him for real, but he's a big plot point with him. Oh, and also, what's the archer name? The
Eagle or Eagle Eye, something like that.
Yeah, some Eagle something. But first I was like, what's his deal? But
Like, what?
it cracked me up when he couldn't really hold the bullshit in no more. Because he's like with this little church group or
Yeah.
something. And I'm like, I don't know why they trying to, but it's like she was feeding him his lines or something. Where you could tell that the way he had, he was giving him some motivational lines, and she was mouthing the words saying that, oh, that's something that she taught him or whatever. And then after a while, he was like, I was, shooting my arrows, and I ran out of arrows, and then I thought, fucking Tech 9. I said, arrows with Tech 9s? What the fuck? and then she like quickly changed the subject. oh, it's cool. Like, it was just, that part just had me rolling. He was like, what the fuck am I doing? But the Deep got a whole little arc where they kind of make you feel bad for him.
Yeah.
And then you kind of forget, oh, he did sexually assault
Yeah.
the Starlight.
But like they
whatever.
do kind of do that whole thing. It was like, all pathologies come from somewhere.
Right.
And so like they gave him a bit of a close up of this is why he's a molesting asshole who rapes women.
Maybe I think because he's such a comedic character, I think maybe they shouldn't have went there with him. Maybe because in the comic, Homelander did that.
Yeah.
And maybe they should have kept that with Homelander just because I kind of like this character and I'm so sympathetic for his position, but it's hard to feel that way for somebody who raped somebody. you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, well, I can't feel bad for you, dude, because that's like a horrific act you did.
Because like every now and again, like towards the end of the first season, I had to be reminded that he was a rapist because I'm like, I do actually kind of like this guy.
Well,
I hate what he did.
He's funny as hell, and every time, even when he talking to the fish and all that stuff, he's a funny parody of Aquaman, and I'm sympathetic for his position, man. You find out that he's so ashamed of his gills, that's why he try to do women that way, because he's scared they're gonna do him that way first or whatever, it's kind of, I'm on the fence on that.
Did they have to?
We'll see what they end up
Did they have
doing.
to hire Patton Oswalt to voice
I know.
Gills?
I know.
I don't know if I needed that.
Because I just watched the show Happy. You see that?
Yeah.
And it's like I'm thinking that's all I can think about now.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same premise, just cut down to about 10 minutes. But also, I don't ever need to see another close up of a can of Fresca.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know. They just they try to really promote that.
Like it sounds so creepy. It's like, would you like a Fresca?
Yeah.
What's in it?
I don't know. It seems like some kind of cult trying to recruit him or something.
Like,
I know he's supposed to be kind of dumb, but I swear his responses would have been my responses. But they was like, "What do you see?" I see, and they kind of point to something. I don't see. I don't know what the fuck you want. It's like I don't know what you want from me. Damn. But it's good so far. Not too much action. I like the story. It's not better than the first season so far though. I'm not enjoying it as much as I enjoyed the first season, but it's still good, and I still want to see where it go. The gore is pretty bad. It's not a lot, but it's so bad that it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Heads popping off. They had this dude maimed so bad that it was like, eesh. Like, remember the dude arm was all messed up? Like, damn.
Like the Kimiko, like she snatches a dude's head off. And it's like
in this season?
Yeah. And it's like they're looking for the one escaped super terrorist.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And so like it was just like you see him see her, and then the next scene.
Yeah, and then they got one character that can grow back limbs. So you know what? That scene would have been worse if he was in pain.
Yeah.
Because the guy just seemed like he didn't feel it, but it looked real though.
Like, because I get the point is like, it's not that he can't feel it, it's that he's so used to it.
I think he can't feel it because he didn't have no reaction to it. So it ain't like he had, or something. Because when it was happening,
well, you know what?
I knew it could grow back, but I thought, okay, when it's happening, don't it hurt?
Considering the offer he made next, I don't think he can feel it.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
He can't feel it because maybe he could turn his pain receptors off or something. Because while he's doing it, he's not reacting to it.
Yeah.
And it'd be one thing if you can grow back, but the act itself got to be horrific pain
because
but he wasn't even.
It wasn't
didn't
clean
do nothing
at
for him.
all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like a samurai quick swipe. No, it was a hacking.
And the sound effect was so on point. Oh.
Yeah, they had the gore turned up.
Like, we don't even have to talk about crashing a boat into a whale. Like, there was plenty of gore even aside from that.
So where we at right now? The 7 is trying to get the boys, and they on their ass like white on rice.
Oh, yeah.
And we're gonna see what's gonna happen from there. It's kind of a in the group. And the 7 it's definitely gonna be a problem between Stormfront and Homelander.
Yep.
That's definitely coming up. And
I think Maeve's getting to the point where she might have to make a decision too.
yeah, so it's interesting where it's going, man. So I can't wait to see the next episode, and we'll get a review. So we're gonna wrap up the review. So yeah, that's our review for The Boys season 2, episode 1 through 3. Moving on, we have let's see here.